remember that lesson that I promised you I was going to show at the end with the circles? I'm going to go ahead and trace a few sizes, I guess, of circles. So you could use the cap to something, the lid to something. You might have a stencil with circles on it. I do. I didn't even think about using that. I'm not too worried about these messed up looking lines. Use a little quarter. And I always like to put things in odd numbers. So there's 2, that's not odd. We want 3. Here's a bell. Let's do a bell. Similar in size. Let's make it go off. I always like having shapes go off of the canvas just because it adds a little bit of wonder and whimsy. All right, so there's a few circles. 3. 3's a good, nice, even number. Now we go right back to where we started with something round to push. And get that started. Going to do exactly what we did in that first lesson. The only difference here is we're going over some circles that we've laid down. Now, what if you didn't want to put circles down? What if you wanted to put ovals or triangles? You can do whatever you want. I was thinking about doing one of these with the shape of Lake Tahoe in the back. It might just be, it might get lost in it, but then I thought I could at least do the color of Lake Tahoe in the actual lake shape and then outline, everything else in a different color, or color it, maybe don't color, maybe keep everything else black and white and only color in the lake part, something along those lines. And then after I get enough of these lines in, at this point you can tell me what we're doing. Ooh, that one got squirrely. We're going to be connecting or pushing, making sure that all of these lines go off of the page. I think I'm happy with that right there. So we're going to take these. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and round off all of those intersecting lines. You've done this before. So we're going to go ahead and do that and keep it. Oops, ooh, that got a little messy. That's okay, good teaching. Here, see if you go off course, you go rogue and it's like, whoop. That's okay, we're just making another little black blob. I'm rounding everything out. You can see we've got one circle here, this one in the center, and this little guy. So it's up to you now if you want to just, color this part, the circles. Maybe you camouflage it all, and you really have to look for the circles. There are no rules here, so just do with whatever feels right to you. To go ahead and use watercolor crayons in these blue-green colors. And I'm just going to accentuate the circles themselves. Right? You can see here if you wanted to continue on and do the background in orange or yellow or whatever works for you, you could do that. The possibilities are endless.